Hi everybody, so this is going to be kind of a quickly produced video because I don't have like a ton of time, but very big and important news just came out, alright? Like, when I'm recording this video, like, came out maybe an hour, half an hour ago. It's finally been dropped, finally announced. FUGA Melody of Steels finally has a release date. It's been, what, 2-3 years that I've been waiting for this game. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure the last video I actually made, that wasn't just a stream upload, was a news update about this, or one of the last two, somewhere about there. So, you know, thoroughly hyped, very excited. So I guess first let's get into this. If you don't know what FUGA Melodies of Steel is, it's kind of like a strategy game. I'll show the trailer here in a little bit that they uploaded, and it has some of the gameplay. Its big feature is that you have to sacrifice members of your party to utilize like your ultimate weapon, the big cannon and stuff like that. And obviously it's made by CyberConnect 2 as part of their Little Tail Bronx series, which is Sola Chorobo and Tail Concerto. So extremely excited. First let's get into, I guess, well, I'll just show off the trailer that they dropped because it's pretty good. However, I do have to warn you, it is like 2.5 minutes long. And then we'll go into some extra details because they also announced like the 2 versions that they have, prices and stuff like that. Alright, and with further ado,
this is the tale of 12 children. And the Tyrannus, a weapon of ancient times that will change their fates forever. Boarding the giant tank, they traverse the wastelands to save their families, captured by the Burman army. Choose wisely your weapons, and use powerful skills to defeat the fearsome empire that will do everything to stop you. Inside the Tyrannus, let the children enjoy their daily lives, interact with each other, and strengthen their bonds. Go on expeditions to explore ancient ruins, fight monsters, evade dangerous traps, and find hidden treasures. To regain their peaceful lives, the children move forward, ready to sacrifice everything, even a friend's life. Fateful decisions. 12 fragile lives. Their fate is in your hands. FUGA Melodies of Steel. To be released on July 29th.
alright, there we go. FUGA Melodies of Steel, that's right, July 29th. Just over a month away, and it's dropping for literally everything. If you own anything, you can play this game. I mean, except for phone and stuff like that, but that doesn't count. And, okay, so one of the things I'm really enjoying about this is that they still are kind of using that visual style that they picked up, and, I mean, it was kind of there in Tail Concerto, but you can't really see because, you know, it's PS1. But, like, Sola Chorobo, they're keeping kind of that visual style, and I love it. It's beautiful, excellent. I mean, it's... And also, as you can see here, obviously, like I mentioned before, we've got all of those release consoles and both places in PC. But here's its prices. We've got the Standard Edition, which is $40, and the Deluxe Edition, which is going to be $60. Obviously, I'm rounding up. But, and the game will only be released digitally, which makes me kind of sad. Admittedly, I would have bought the hell out of a physical copy, but that's okay. This is the first game actually being published by CyberConnect. And so, understandably, it being digital only, like, I can understand that they don't exactly have the widest production base for physical. Still a bit disappointed, but that's okay. So here's gonna be about the 2 editions. Obviously, the standard edition is just gonna be a straight release of the game, that's all you get. And then the deluxe edition, you get some extra content, like in terms of costumes. You get a dummy soul for the soul cannon, which is amazing, and honestly, yes, thank you, because if you didn't pick it up from the trailer and what I mentioned earlier, you will be losing people. You will be losing your party members, and that makes me very sad, because you know you're going to be going into it. Like, games will force you to do it in, like, a cinematic or something, and you're like, that's devastating. But having to manually pick who you kill sounds horrifying. Additionally, you also get some other items in-game, but also you get a digital art book and the soundtrack, which makes me excited, because honestly, I have like the Solus Robo soundtrack, and some of the music on there is amazing. I love it. Like, we have been waiting years for this. Honestly, that's part of the reason why I haven't posted so much stuff, is because I've been waiting for this announcement for so long. When I saw the videos pop up in like my subscription feed, I was literally in a voice chat, and I nearly just screamed at the top of my lungs. I almost completely lost it. So, clearly, I'm extremely excited, and yeah, this is big hype. Furthermore, I guess I'm going to go over some other things here. Going back to that Next Plan thing, there was 2 other games announced with that. Originally, I think they mentioned it a long time ago, like a year or 2 ago, when they were originally talking about the Next Plan stuff. The other 2 games that were part of this were supposed to, I think they were all expected to be released about the same time. It doesn't look like that's happening. So if you're looking forward to the other 2 games, I don't know when those will be coming out. So yeah, it looks like, initially I was a bit concerned, I will admit, about the gameplay being primarily only this. Like, this interface here, like the strategy, click button, things blow up stuff. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love those. I'm perfectly fine with those types of games, and I would love it. But it does make me happy to know that they are going to a bit more interactions inside the ships, which I was a little bit worried about that one. It might just be like a top-down thing. But I like that you're able to walk around and stuff in here, which makes me extremely excited for that. And obviously we get the more interaction stuff. But what I was not expecting was this expedition mode, where you'd be able to like go out, walk around, and have like the party and stuff. That was unexpected to me. So that'll be neat to see. And that enemy is from Solo Robo. Like, that looks like one of the yeah, okay. Yeah, that's from Solo Robo. That's excellent. Yeah, I mean, these are a shared universe, so I'm not super surprised by that, but like, hey, what do you know? So that makes me extremely excited. Since they announced all that extra stuff, and it does look a lot better than I was expecting it to, honestly. Because originally when they announced it, it's made it sound like these were going to be really small games, and kind of like, you know, you're not sure what you're, like, I mean, granted, CC2 is an established developer, but in terms of publishing, so I thought it might be, these entries might not be particularly large, or obviously scale back, but no, it looks like they brought out all the stops and stuff, so that's what's exciting about that. And honestly, like, when I'm looking at the prices for, I think initially when I was making the original video, I was kind of guessing at what the prices would probably be, and this does come in a little bit higher than where I was expecting it to. Honestly, I was expecting these prices to be more for like the entire set, but that was also, like I said, I was expecting these games to be a lot smaller scale than I think they're going to wind up being. So, and plus inflation, but. So I think $40 is actually a very reasonable price, looking at what we're going to be getting in this game. Because when they were showing their map views, I don't know if I can find the exact part here, but when they're showing some of the map views of moving through this, like, the world and stuff, it did look like there was a lot more world than I was expecting here. Because they had different, like, background zones and a lot more longer lines and stuff like that. So I think there's going to be a lot more content than I was originally expecting and was guessing at, so that'll be fun. I'm also hoping that July 29th date is actually the Japanese release date, and that would make it the 28th in America. So one of those 2 days, I will 100% be streaming the game. So be ready for that. Obviously, in the meantime, I'm going to keep doing Valkyria Chronicles because we're getting close on that one. So hold out until FUGA, and then we'll be exploring every single thing we can about this game. We will be leaving no stone unturned. And yeah, I guess that will wrap up this video. I know it's kind of short and rambly, but I'm just so excited, and you know, this was like emergency alert. We need to get this out immediately. So yeah, buy a copy yourself. That's what I'm going to recommend. Pre-orders aren't up at the time of this video. Like if you go on here, it just says will be announced soon. But I imagine that's probably going to be in a few upcoming days. They probably want to post all of the platforms at once, and I imagine there's a few platforms that they're still getting like the clearances on and stuff. And obviously, it's said, I don't think it said it was rated, so obviously they've got to finish up some regulatory stuff there. But probably by July, these at the latest, the pre-orders will probably be up. And yeah, go ahead, buy yourself a copy. Like I said, I'm going to be buying the deluxe edition, and so we'll get to explore some of that extra stuff. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Catch you on Wednesdays, or in the case of like the July 29th, that's a Thursday. So until then, thanks for watching.